Hi everyone. Today let me discuss about stability of exchange rates. What is stability of exchange rates? Stability means there should be some kind of control. The exchange rate should not fluctuate frequently. That is called stability. So, a stable currency is one that can successfully hold its unit of account or purchasing power over some time. So, there should be some constant rate that has to be followed in any country so that the purchasing power will increase slowly. At a basic level, a currency is stable when the international currency exchange rates do not fluctuate too much as against the consumer price index. Consumer price index is the demand that is prevailing. So, when the currency will not fluctuate too much against the changes that happens across, it is called stability of exchange rates. The rate play an important part in economics, affecting the balance of trade between nations and influencing investment strategy. Any country's exchange rate is stable means it attracts investments and there will be a favorable trade that takes place. A higher valued currency always makes a country's imports less expensive and its exports more expensive in foreign market. So it increases exports and reduces imports when there is stability in exchange rate. Let us now see what are the determinants or factors which influences the stability in exchange rate. The first one is differentials in inflation. A country with consistently lower inflation rate exhibits a rising currency value as its purchasing power increases relative to other currencies. In short, if the inflation is less in the country, the currency value of that country will increase and vice versa. So, those countries with higher inflation see depreciation in the currency value for their currencies and also higher interest rates. There will be high interest rate because there is currency depreciation that is taking place. So inflation play a very important role in the stability of exchange rate. The second is differential in interest rate. Interest rate, inflation and exchange rate are highly correlated. They are interlinked. If interest rate reduces, the currency value will increase. I repeat, if interest rate reduces, the currency value will increase. Say for example, let us take prime lending rate, PLR, the banks, right? Prime lending rate means it is a rate at which the banks lend the money to the consumer or the customers. If the bank rate for example, let us take, if the bank rate for home loan is 8%, then everyone will take loan and try to construct a house. With this, there will be circulation in money. How? The person who wants to construct the house will buy certain materials from other dealers. For example, say cement from cement company, bricks, and other people who are associated with regard, for example, steel, iron. So all these persons will get business because the people are coming forward to construct a house because the interest rate is less for a housing loan. So what happens? This is how the interest rate will determine. Let me take another example. In a high interest return environment, so that is return on investment, if the bank is receiving higher rate of return, then foreign institutional investors will come and buy the Indian rupee INR, and it will lead to appreciation in INR. When there is higher rate of return for your investment, then banks will, when they give higher rate of return for the investment, the foreign institutional investors, that is FIIs, will come and buy the INR and will appreciate the INR. So this is how interest rate will also attract foreign institutional investors. So the stability of exchange rate depends upon the interest rate that is provided by the banks. The third determinant is current account deficit. In short, we call it as CAD, CAD. Current account deficit means in any given period, within the current period, for example, let us take current year. In the current year, if the imports of a nation exceeds exports, that is, if imports are more than exports in a country, then that country will have current account deficit. If this current account deficit is high, the currency value will depreciate, the value will come down. It shows what? A deficit in the current account shows the country is spending more on foreign trade than it's earning. Instead of earning foreign exchange, it is giving foreign exchange to other country to buy certain goods. And that is it borrowing capital from foreign sources to make up the deficit. To reduce the deficit, once again they borrow money from other countries. So current account deficit should always be less to have stability in the exchange rate. The next determinant is public debt. Say for example, public sector companies' debt is more in a country, then it will not attract foreign investors to come and invest because the money supply will be high and inflation also will be high, and the public sector companies will not be in a situation to repay their debts because there will be inflation and the money supply will also matter. In this case, more investment will not flow into the country. So public debt should be less to have a stability in exchange rate. The next determinant is terms of trade. Terms of trade includes export and import. Here also, if export increases, then the currency value also increases, which will help to increase the revenue of the government or the country, and the balance of payment will be favorable. So terms of the trade matters. For example, if the rising revenues from exports provides increased demand for the country's currency, then the currency value will increase. That is what I meant to say, that if exports increases, currency value will also appreciate. There will be demand for our country currency and the exchange rate will be determined on the terms of trade. So there should be proper trade where export should be more than the import. This is another determinant of stabilizing the exchange rate. The next is strong economic performance. Here economic performance indicates the government. It could be government or the political rules and regulation policies that has been framed. FIIs, foreign institutional investors, would look for stable government. They would like to invest in the country where there is stable government, less socio-economic problems in a country for investing in business. If there is no proper government rules and regulations and the government is not stable, this will reduce the confidence of the investors, which will lead to no investment from FIIs, and the currency value will lose its value. Currency will depreciate. So there should be strong economic performance. to have stability in exchange rate. Government policies, government rules and socio-economic problems should be less if the currency value have to be high. The last determinant is the bottom line. Bottom line means end of the day, for example, end of the day for any investment, there has to be a positive real rate of return. What is this positive real rate of return? Let me take an example of foreign institutional investors, FIIs. An FII will come and invest 1000 crores at INR, Indian rupee, say for 75 rupees, and inflation is expected at 5%. He expects inflation to be at 5% and he is expecting a return of 10%. In this case, the I should also look into the inflation, the increase in the inflation and the currency depreciation to know the real rate of return he would get if he invests 1000 crores in INR. So, inflation rate expected and the currency depreciation value all matters to know the real rate of return. This is called bottom line. You need to analyze the basic things which will determine the exchange rate. That is inflation, currency depreciation and the rate of return that you are expecting. These are all some of the determinants which will influence the stability in exchange rate. Thank you.